let's do 25th October is your deadline.
Right.
That day effectively you should consider yourself as a CA, have that in your mind, you're working towards that. Perfect. Let's work backwards. How much time do we have now?
From 25th.
1 month and 12 days. How many days do you have?
If I-
So from tomorrow, so you have 17 and 25, 42 days, right?
42 days.
42 days.
Right.
Approximately, yeah. How many hours will you study in the month of September when you're working?
2 hours a day on the weekdays.
Write down whatever you want. You write in
2 hours per day on weekdays. So I presume they're like 4 weekends. So Saturday. And on the weekends, yes, I can study 8 hours. Yes, I can. And on holidays, 8 hours. So if I see,
So how many hours do we have while you're still working?
while I'm still working, I would have set for the 17 days, 13 to 26, and 4, 8.
You can use this, you'll have to use this in the exam also.
So if I'm not wrong, I think we have 4 weekends, right? 4 days off.
This has to be exact and you have to build in a cushion. If you are unwell or something, make sure that those days, those many hours you have to take out.
So 14th, 20th, 21st, 27th, 28th. I'll just
Start from tomorrow. Today just relax, absorb this.
14, 20, 21, 27, 28. So these are 5 days. Not bad, 40 hours. And within the week, so there are 12 days.
Why 2 hours a day? What time do you get to work? You will study 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, no? But that will multiply your... See, I'm not saying we are dropping it. We are trying full force that we need to achieve this, but that will really help a lot. If you can do 2 and 2, or make that 3.
And do 2
Can you?
plus
No, but I'm not forcing you.
No, because I
Can
know.
you do 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening?
Because if I try to reach 4, then I know I'll be reaching 3. So
No, right here, whatever you will be able to achieve with the cushion built in. If you can do 2 according to you, write 1.5 year. But that you have to stick to.
3 years. So I'll take 3.
Take it.
3 years. And weekdays we have 5, 10, and another 2 days. So 12 days. 12 into 3 comes to 12 into 3 obviously 36 hours. 76 hours I have during this month. And next month 25 days we can take it at the rate of
No, we'll come to next one later. So,
Yeah.
what is the total? You have 76 hours
76 hours.
now. This month. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next one you can do for, since you're on leave, 25 days
Yeah.
of October. How many hours will you be able to put in?
8 to 10. Between 8 to 10.
Let's go with 9?
Yeah, 9.
Let's go with 9 into 25. Let's do 25 hours. 250 into 10, 25 into 10 is 250 minus 25.
Yeah.
25. Yeah, but it's always better to use the calculator.
It's 225, right? 225 hours.
What's the
I
total?
never realized I have.
301 hours.
Yep. 301 hours.
You have enough time?
Yes, feels like.
You have enough time? Yeah?
Yeah. It
Ready
does.
to attack November?
Feels like as of now.
Yes, but feels like only if you stick to that. And I'm telling you, if you
Yeah,
can
that's the thing. If I
try, so according to me, in your schedule, try and put that 3 into 4 and you're very comfortable to do November. Very comfortable. You're only doing one group, there is no problem. Try and increase one of the 2. Okay, then let's come to 9 hours. Or let's do something here. You do a rough calculation here. How do you start your day right now? How many hours do you put into work? How many hours do you sleep? What is your schedule?
Okay.
You do a rough calculation there.
Okay. So
How many hours are you involved in work? How many hours do you spend commuting? Rough. How many hours do you sleep?
sleeping is 11 to 7. So
8 hours.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's 11 to 7. Then if I talk about work, then I leave between 9 to 9:30. So after that, I would be back home by 8.
What do you do between 7 and 9:30?
Sometimes I study,
Okay.
sometimes I just spend time. So
Okay, good. Take it. Take it.
that's it.
So, say from 9 to what time are you back at home?
Roughly 8:30.
8:30. So you can say 9 to 9 you're out. 12 hours is
Yeah.
gone there. 8 hours is gone
Sleep.
sleeping. So you out of 24 you already taken on 20 hours. You have 4 hours left. So,
One hour leisure time.
Huh?
1 hour leisure time.
Leisure is when you're commuting to work and coming back.
Yeah,
that's leisure.
that's also true. That's
What
also
other leisure that you want? On the weekend you have 8 hours.
Yeah.
On the weekend, 24 hours, 8 hours you're sleeping, 8 hours you're studying.
Yeah.
What else are you doing 8 hours? It's complete leisure.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
watch a movie, go out, do whatever. Leisure. Keep the weekday, just be involved in this.
Right, right.
You're doing it for yourself or you're doing it for a neighbor?
No, no.
This
obviously.
exam is for yourself, right? So, your weekend, 2 days, you have 8 hours for leisure.
Hmm.
Isn't 8 hours enough for leisure?
Yeah, they are.
So, we can leave it for that.
So,
So we are still there. So 11 to 7
yeah.
is your sleep time. 9 to 9 resume its work. Yeah, you have 4 hours left. But still, you want to do 3, no problem. You have to be comfortable with this, Shania. This
But
is
I
your
know-
program.
but-
I am nobody here.
Hmm.
I am only trying to guide you and help you in this.
But
You have to
honestly,
achieve this, huh?
I did not realize, I've never done that time.
Because you've never done this, na?
Yeah.
So as a student, nobody does this. That's the reason that we are sitting here together because
Because this 8 hours thing, I did not realize I had 3 hours on the weekend.
Yeah.
I did not think about it. 8 hours, 8 hours.
my grandfather used to say that you have 24 hours, you have to break down into 8 hours of each. 8 hours sleep, 8 hours work,
Mhm.
8 hours leisure time. Do what you want.
Right. Because I don't think I have.
For me, my leisure, I play sports. I try and do it at least 3 to 4 times a week. Do whatever you're comfortable with. That's very important. You just cannot keep studying, or keep working. Yes, you can do 8 to 10 hours, whatever. 8 to 10 hours you can work, 8 to 10 hours you can sleep. And balance it out. You can withdraw from that 8 and cover it up on the weekend.
Mhm.
One day you have to just relax. Maybe you can keep a Sunday, 8 hours, just relax, do nothing. Or do whatever you feel like.
But I never looked at it like this, in terms of time, in terms of hours. I tried doing it, but there are 2 ways, one, you're keeping a standard kind of a thing. Okay, standard this I have, this time this is what I initially started with. Okay, from 1st of September till 7th of November, I have effectively 400 hours. But then when it comes to really applying it, utilizing it, or even thinking of it, that where that free time is going, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, you have to break it down. But then stick to this. Again you feel, 300 hours I have enough, I'll wait till 15th October and I'll do 10. I have 240 hours. No.
No, not at
So
all.
you have to start. I won't say today. You can, very good, because you've already done something in the last 1 week. Tomorrow onwards, start with full force. Tomorrow is Sunday, put in 8 hours. And we will speak after you put in 8 hours. How are we going to do that? So now from this entire thing,
Deadline. I can see the deadline clear.
yeah, and you have to work backwards from that 25th October.
Right.
Huh? So how are we starting? What subject have you picked up, or how are you planning to study now?
I picked up audit, and okay, I picked up like first page, first thing.
First page, first chapter.
Right.
What you did last 3 times, same thing
Right,
again,
right.
huh?
I did the same thing, thinking of slightly modifying, not slightly, like completely modifying the approach. So there are 2 things. One is the MCQs that is there in that in the module package that is there. So I tried taking those MCQs because I was just a little hyper, so I thought, okay, I should try doing it.
Exactly, that is
Mm.
especially for someone like you who's already done the course
Right.
earlier. Do those direct type questions, you will get to know where you're lacking.
Right.
You don't need to start from page 1 because you've already done that, you already know the course. But yes, you're evaluating yourself at a granular level, which is every chapter.
Right.
Try and do those objective questions. Once you've done that, you'll know which chapter out of say 10 chapters. You may not be good at say chapter 2, chapter 5. When you get to know that is when you answer the objective questions wrong. So you know, okay, those 2 and 5, go and watch the videos, read the notes thoroughly. Yeah? After you're done with that, wherever you're wrong, see the videos, I don't think you need to see all the videos right now, from what I
Right.
understand, from your 3 attempts, because you've actually studied seriously, no? You haven't just, or was it
No,
just
no.
for the heck of it,
No, no.
going and writing the exam?
Not at all, because I studied for the study part of it, but not for the exam part of it. Whenever I studied, I ensure that whatever I'm studying, I know it. But with the exam-minded approach, I never went with that, and that I have still not learned, like how to go with an exam focus for an exam.
That you'll never learn. Because I don't know how to go and write the exam. I'm just telling you
How to
approach it. So
How to-
exam should be absolutely comfortable.
Right.
If you ask me to write the exam, I would do exactly this.
Mhm.
But I think I'll be more confident than a student because I followed this as well. And you already know the subject. All you need is strategy.
Right.
You know, if you start with page 1, you'll never be able to finish the course. I'm
You
telling you,
absolutely-
when you're entering the hall, also examination hall, you will still be reading. Yeah? But that is not what you need to do. You have to change it. So by this date, why am I saying 25th October? Because after this, one week, you just write the papers
Right.
and just revise after that. So let's start with, how will you start now? Tomorrow, what? You start subject?
Tomorrow, audit
Yeah.
again. Audit, I would, what I've decided is that the questions that are given in this package, chapter-wise questions, because that is how I'll get a comfort chapter-wise that okay, I've covered this chapter and the critical questions pertaining to that chapter. So one thing is, I mean, there are two things actually. One is the MCQs, which would tell me that which are the focus areas. I'll go with that focus area, and second, for the remaining ones, I would do the chapter-wise questions. One is in the package, and second, there it is also at the ICA site that they have all the compilation of chapter-wise questions. So that would be the focus, that I cover all the questions, because I was doing it yesterday only when I realized it's a very simple question. What are the basic principles governing an audit? But when I look at, I would know the answer, but when I look at the question, I get confused. Okay, what does that answer? I don't know.
No, the thing is, and especially when you're reading, you'll feel that you know it. You need to write it down.
Right.
Write down. So after you've done the objective questions in the package, what you should do is attempt the midterm assessment.
Right. But
You know?
okay.
So basically, assuming there are again 10 chapters, after you've done the first 5, attempt the objective assessments of all 5. Wherever you are lacking, you are not getting them right, see the video, see the notes, and then attempt. After 5, we've given you a midterm assessment, which will be a 3-hour paper
Okay.
that you need to sit at home
Midterm is like for the entire course or just the...
for every subject.
For every
So every subject, if there are 10, after 5 you will have a midterm assessment.
Okay.
If there are 20, then after 10 you will have a midterm
Okay,
assessment.
so just for the partial course, like the half course,
Yes.
50%. Okay, perfect.
So what are we doing? We are testing you at a chapter level
Mm-hmm.
with the objective assessments. You don't come in the exam, but the reason is that you get to know where you are right.
Absolutely. When I was doing those questions, there are so many little things where you get confused, and I think that is where we go wrong in the exam. The words, simple words like review and audit. So there are certain standards on auditing and the standards on review engagements. So these little words confuse you. I confused review with audit. So I applied standards on auditing on something where standard on review engagements would have been applied. So MCQs really pinpoint that where in words you're going wrong.
Absolutely. So those MCQs have been prepared with a lot of hard work. So please attempt that. Otherwise, this is the same thing. If you're reading the same notes or what, it's the same thing. How are you different? So attempt those objective assessments because there's a lot of hard work that's gone behind making them.
Right.
And that is only to test your understanding. Things like you just talked about, review and audit. How is it different? So those things hopefully should be covered in that. Once those are covered, then after you've been assessed at a granular level at every chapter, at half of the course, attempt that 3-hour paper. Attempt as if your paper only is of that half of the course, 3 hours under examination conditions. Exactly at the same time it is in the exam. Same time, 3 hours, switch off your mobile, switch off yourself from everything else. Shut yourself in a room. Examination conditions exactly. 3 hours means 3 hours. The minute 3 hours is over, shut it. Yeah, and then you need to evaluate yourself. You are going to evaluate yourself, not me.
Yeah, and that
With the suggested answer. We have a suggested answer also there. You will see, okay, this question, this should be the answer, this is what I've done. I can do it for you, but that will not help.
Right.
If I do it for you, you will not learn. If you do it yourself, subconsciously it will be there in your mind that I did this, and I should have done this.
You're right. Because
That will build up. You will not commit that mistake again.
Right.
That is the whole idea of giving you that paper.
And-
It's slowly building you up for that date.
Right, and in fact,
That
you know,
day.
when you self-check it, you're like more ruthless on yourself. So if
Absolutely.
it is like something, a little thing wrong, you put an entire cross on it, and
Do that. Yeah. That is the reason that we are giving you suggested answers. Do it yourself. And I'm telling you, subconsciously, it will stay in your mind.
Right.
It will stay in your mind. And you will not commit that mistake. If you still do it,
Then you're a
Then-
genius.
absolutely, then God help you. Yeah?
Mhm.
Hmm. So let's start. You said you want to do audit first.
Yeah.
AAP. You want to finish the entire AAP and then go on to next? But
That's a tough choice actually.
No, so ideally you should start all four together.
No,
Because otherwise you will finish audit by the time you are done with Cal, you'll forget what you've done. So you all have to go in parallel.
Right.
Or at least do two.
Yeah, that I can do.
If you're doing audit, do FR. At least do one theory and one practical together.
Right. That way I can do it.
And plus it will be easier for you when you go into the number of hours where you have more. It's easier for you to do 2 or 3 subjects. You know, there will be monotony in one subject.
You know, I'll admit another thing. As a matter of psych, when you're working, somehow you don't take your studies very seriously. So
Yeah.
that is a matter of psych. So you know, you're just doing something. There's a different approach when you're sitting on the leaves. You're very focused. Okay, this thing I'm
No,
doing.
then according to me, don't even put those 3 hours. If you,
No,
if you
I-
want.
no.
No, and there's nothing wrong.
No, not about putting those 3 hours.
No,
Just-
I understand what you're saying. That you're not serious when you are.
But to bring in that, you know, when we
You are just trying to put in hours because you want to write the exam. Then
not
it's
really.
better that you don't put in those 3 hours also because it's a waste.
No, not that ways. But when I'm talking about the dividing between 2 subjects, so the struggle that is there within is that one thing you're not very clear about. I mean, again, I would say I have been struggling with this thing. So when it comes about 2 subjects, somehow I'm not able to really analyze that how I should be dividing that time between 2 subjects.
Okay, so the thing is.
Again, I think I need to go back to these 76 hours to really find that answer, because I looked at those 3 hours and not those 76 hours. So maybe that can answer.
See, the thing is, when you look at anything at the macro level, it looks like huge. You have to break it down. What have we done with objective questions, midterm assessments, and full? Break it down.
Yeah.
Look at 4 subjects. So it's completely up to you. I would advise you to start with all 4,
Okay.
so that it's in a planned manner. And a lot of time, what happens is, what you would do in audit, a lot of chapters will be common between audit and FR, or maybe audit and law. There would be a lot of commonalities. Since you've already done, so you would remember them also.
Right.
Yeah?
Okay, so that way is I have 19 hours per subject within this month.
Yeah.
So maybe what I can do is Monday, Tuesday, like Monday one subject, Tuesday another subject, Wednesday and Thursday. This is how I can break it down, like every day, and that'll be like a proper calendar schedule I would have.
That strategy you have to make for yourself. You decide what it should be, and we can sit on it again.
Right.
How you want to plan. So let me know how you want to start with that. The other thing I will. So this is one part. How your preparation will happen, and how. So should we just take this out, and let's come to. You have to come back with a strategy of how you will be studying those 76 hours. How will you study all 4 subjects?
Tough question.
Yeah. No, so take your time. I'm not asking for an answer right now. You will let me know next time when we meet.